Come on in, come on in. Justice, you are the first one in tonight. That's what I'm talking about, folks. How are we doing? Oh, knocking it out the park. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on, man. Let's get this disclaimer out of here. We're tired of this disclaimer. We know where we at. We know who we dealing with. We're riding with K Solo the podcast every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. on that West Coast. Hey, look, folks, I got one lined up for you. I am excited to have her on with me tonight, without a doubt. And I got my own special co-host with me, the doc herself, Doc Remy. Come on in, folks. Come on in. Oh, man, I'm excited. Oh, my goodness. Look, folks, we have royalty in the house. Shut it down. Let me get my card. Wrap it up. We got the one and only. We got the cat with us. Cali Cat. Oh, my goodness. How are you doing tonight? Breeze, how you doing? Come on in, folks. Come on in. Mr. Dennis Joyner, how you doing, good people? Yes, sir, indeed. That's my guy right there. Hey, folks, I'm going to stop beating around the bush. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and bring my feature co-host in with me tonight. How you doing, Doc?
Hey, what's going on? I'm doing good. Hey, Solo got me in the building.
Oh, my goodness, man. I'm loving it.
I'm in the building. You got me laid up here with my knees, but you know.
But listen, I had to get you while you were down. I said, man, let me go ahead and lasso her right now because I know she's down. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for being on with me tonight, Doc.
Sure.
And I hope you don't mind. I'm going to call you Doc because I want to address you by your title, which it is. It's an honor. It's a distinguished pleasure, man. I'm honored to have you on, Doc. So without a doubt, I'm just going to call you Doc. And listen, folks, come on in. We have somebody on with us, folks. She is truly one that supports the whole entire motorcycle community. And in pre-production, she said something to me that stuck in my head, man. She said the motorcycle nation. That covers all of it. East Coast, West Coast, down south, up north. I'm telling you, folks, if you go back and look at Lil Mama's resume, man, she has supported everybody in every region on every set. And she's going to share something with you that I can't even imagine the commitment to it that she made because she wanted to experience it herself and she wanted to see what it was all about. But listen, I'm tired of beating my gun. Hey, what's going on, Tina Lightfoot? Hey, I am glad you are with us tonight, Tina. Look, I got to get you on as well, Tina. So you might well just go ahead on and sit down for about 60 minutes because I'm going to get you on the show. Dante Johnson, how you doing, sir? Ready for another great show? Yes, indeed. LT, man, I miss you, LT. I miss you. How you been, my brother? Yes, indeedy. Cali Cat. She sure does across nations, in fact. But listen, folks, you all know who she is. We've been running the fly. Let me go ahead and bring her on. How are you doing, Lil Mama?
Good evening, you guys. Good evening.
Lil Mama.
Listen, man, if I could get a couple of sponsors to sponsor the show so I can get me a soundboard, man, so we can give the right proper applause. But right now, I'm going to give the applause with my bare hand right there because I want to give her those flowers while she is right here with us. How you doing, Jane? Big pun. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, as I was looking through her photo catalog, Big Pun, I seen you been supporting Lil Mama. You two are like this, thick as Steve. You was at an event together. I think you two were like tied for the farthest distance, maybe, or something like that, man. And it was great to see. Justice, how you doing? Thank you, folks. Give that round of applause for him, folks. I ain't got the soundboard, man. I'm still struggling over here on a mom and pop budget, man. But we're gonna make it happen, though. We're gonna make it happen. So listen. Without further ado, man, let me go ahead on and get myself together. My featured co-host tonight is Doc Remy. She's an independent rider, a United States Army veteran, a SCMA member, four-corner traditional finisher, 48 states, finisher, I-10 to the end. Shout out to Big Sarge. Much love, Big Sarge. Much love. I-10 to the end finisher. Four Corner State of Tennessee. Shout out to Retro. Love you, Retro. Love you. Iron butt member. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, folks, you know how to do it. The toughest asses in the world riding the Iron Butt Association. Riding for 15 years, 3 prior clubs affiliated, and she is doing it on her own, representing her brand. Without further ado, Doc Remy, please introduce yourself to the audience tonight.
Hey, what's going on, everybody out there in the motorcycle world? I am coming live from my bedroom because I just had knee surgery, had a torn ACL and a torn meniscus, coaching basketball, teaching 5th grade and coaching and trying to show my boys how to do a layup, you know what I mean? And step wrong, Hey, they had to wheel me up out of that gym room, out the building to my car. But anyway, motorcycle world, I'm here. I love you guys. Again, as K Solo said, I am a Iron Butt member. I am a retro Four Corners Tennessee State. I did that. I did the Four Corners US SCMA award recipient, and I did it all out there on my own. And when I heard that Little Mama had been out here riding by herself, and other people, Jim Brew, Justice, all these other people that's out here riding solo, I figured I can do it too, and so I went out there on my road, and when I heard that Lil Mama was going to be interviewed, I was just so excited and thrilled to be able to shout out her and some of the things and inspirations that she put on me while I've been out there on the road. So yeah, that's me, Dr. Remy out of Nashville.
Dr. Remy, man. And listen, folks, I was so excited to see her because she came to the SCMA award ceremony. And man, just to see her there, her energy. If you know Doc is full of energy, man. She's full of energy, man. So Doc, and I know you and Little Mama have some great fond memories together. And that's why I say, hey man, who else can I bring on to really just accentuate and highlight Little Mama legacy? And I thank you. Hey, we want to welcome Mr. Mosley tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mosley. Jonette, thank you. Hey man, my guy, the one and only, love him or hate him, but he's gonna be who he is. Hey man, one and only, Gorilla Blue. Thank you, Gorilla Blue. Hey man, I got the big guy. That's our center. Hey, look, this is our center right here, folks. If you walk up in and you see this guy right here, just know you might as well just go and put the ball down because we got 6'10" in the house. How you doing, 6'10"? Justice, love you. That's my sister right there. And Justice been on the show too. So go back and check her episode out, man. She's putting it down, laying it down. I'm telling right now, she is truly Iron Elite. She's truly a Titan. And man, I'm gonna say it right now. She's Titan material. So if you out there voting for Titans, Justice is one of them. You need to be dropping that name as a Titan because she's getting it in and she's supporting the community, man. She's supporting the MC community. But listen, folks, I'm going to go ahead on and do my part right now to kind of introduce my special guest tonight. So let me get the center stage. All right, here we go. Listen. She bought her first sports bike in 2000 from Cincinnati, Ohio. Moved to Arizona in 2019, stayed there for 4 years, then moved to Chattanooga, Tennessee 2 years ago. She's an IBA rider, a 48 states, 11-day finisher. She's been to Hyder, Alaska, Canada, New Mexico. And trust me when I tell you, when she's been in New Mexico, she's been to New Mexico and enjoyed it down there on Baja Spur side. Stop counting cross-country rides at 14. But my first one was in 2015, and she's also a Have Iron Will Travel recipient, no other than the one and only Little Mama. How are you doing, Little Mama?
Good evening, everyone.
Introduce yourself to the people, Little Mama, because I ain't done you no justice.
I'm Lil Mama, whoever don't know. That's all I can say. As everyone thinks, I just go on and I just ride. So I just enjoy the ride. I go out wherever I want to go. That's where I'm at now. And it's wherever I want to ride to. So
that is what I'm talking about right now, Little Mama. And I tell people, when you join an MC, you riding for that brand.
yes.
You're riding for that organization. You 100% 100% committed to it. And where it's mandatory, where you need to be to support that organization, that's where you go. So now that you are riding, you're retired, you're
Yes.
retired.
Yes.
And so now that you're retired, you're riding for Little Mama brand. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I'm riding wherever
Absolutely.
I want to ride to.
Hey, what's going on, Most Wanted? Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. If you don't know, man, Most Wanted just come back from Hyder, Alaska on her solo ride. Shout out to her again. I'm super proud of her, super proud of her. And I'm
Right.
super proud of all the people that supported her on her ride so that she could have a successful ride, man. And that's what it's all about. Each one teach one. So, Little Mama, man, I'm telling you, this right here, I gotta ask you, do you have that hat? Do you have that outfit? And have you been up in an event with it on?
I do have that outfit almost, and I do have a hat, and I have boots to go with it.
So boots on the ground.
I do have boots on the ground. Yes. I am
Right.
a country girl. I mean, I am from Ohio, but when I was younger, my grandmother lived in Kentucky, so I'm truly a country girl.
Okay, good deal. What's going on, C1s? Thank you for joining us tonight out of North Carolina. Man, I'm telling you right now, man, when I see you and Bolo come on, man, I know I must be doing something good, man. I love it when I see you two guys log on. But Little Mama, you started out in Cincinnati, Ohio, um, joining an MC up there, coming into the motorcycle culture. What
Yes.
inspired you or what brought you to the culture?
So pretty much when I got out of high school, when you're younger, you see all the bikes and you kind of want to just ride.
Hmm.
It's the thing to do. So when I was in high school, I wanted to be on the back of a bike and ride or whatever. So I got on the back of a bike of this guy,
Hmm.
and he scared me. I ain't gonna lie to you. We went down this little curvy road. It was called Coleraine Avenue, and it's really not steep now, but back in the day, I thought it was steep and curvy, and he scared me. So we got down to the bottom. He was hitting them curves. So we got down to the bottom, and I jumped off the bike and I said, And that right there pretty much solidified me wanting to ride my own bike and put my own life in my own hands. And I
Hmm.
was like, nope, I ain't about to be on the back of a bike of nobody. Get my own. So after that, I pretty much I said, I'm gonna ride my own bike. And I
Okay.
seen all the other people riding bikes, and half of my family was in Bad to the Bone.
Hmm.
So that's kind of where I started. And I was like, I want to ride with family. I didn't know anything about the MC culture. I didn't
Hmm.
know anything, literally
Hmm.
nothing. All
Hmm.
I did is seen a bunch of people riding, and I just knew family was bad to the bone. So
Okay.
that's where I ended up.
Okay. So that was the first organization that you joined. I went back and did a little research on them. They'd been around for a while in the area. They had some OGs up in there.
Yep.
So the protocol part, the welcome to the culture, they really emphasize it. And I know the Ohio culture up there is rich. It's
Yes.
been around for a while, so there's a lot of education up there. What is one of the things that you pretty much seen up there or learned up there that has really stuck with you being in the culture?
You know, being with Bad to the Bone and being in the East Coast now is different from being on the West Coast. See, I've learned so much now.
Hmm.
It's totally different starting back when you first started. One of
Hmm.
the things when I first started was not realizing being a woman and outlaws. That was
Hmm.
one of the major things that I didn't know anything about. So that was the first thing of learning how to, whether to approach an outlaw or not to approach an outlaw. So
Hmm.
that was one of the first things that we learned. Whether to go to an outlaw clubhouse or whether not to. Some of those things was some of the first things that I learned being on this set. And the difference of being in outlaws on the East Coast is different on the West Coast. North to
Right.
South is different. So some of those things was some of the first things that I actually learned starting. But to be honest with you, those are the starting points of what I started into the culture of.
Hmm.
But I didn't stay with Bad to the Bone too long. I was actually engaged, and my fiance was passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And after he passed away, me and my family kind of got into it. It was family club.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my family kind of got into it, and we kind of split our own ways. And it had nothing to do with the MC culture. To be honest with you, it was more family related. I kind of was like, all right, you know what? I need to do my own thing. I need to break away.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of when I broke away from Bad to the Bone, and I stayed Lil Mama. Um,
Okay.
I That was probably one of the best things that I did starting my journey right there. I no longer was known as what was on my back. The colors was no longer,
Oh.
yeah, that, and I tell
Oh,
people
that
this,
part. That part.
yeah, because those colors don't make you. You make those colors.
Right.
So
Right.
that's when I was now, everybody knew me as Lil Mama, Lil Mama, Lil Mama.
Uh-huh.
So I started just riding, and I wasn't long distance at that time, but I was sitting around talking to everyone. At that time, that's when I was going to the clubhouses and sitting at, I would sit at the clubhouses and go sit and buy one of the old heads, one of the a beer or something, and talk to them. And they started schooling me.
Right.
Man, did I learn. At that
Right.
part is when I started learning the culture. I started learning, and I was getting upset because I wanted to ride. And I'm not a drinker. I'm not a big drinker. Everybody knows,
Mm-hmm.
if you know me, I don't drink at all on my iron at all.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm a lightweight on top of that. When I do drink, I am a lightweight. So I'm not a big
Okay.
drinker. So
Right.
um, people always was like, they knew if I'm on iron, they know I'm not drinking. So, but I would sit at a clubhouse and sit there and talk. And, they told me a lot of history. And that's where a lot of people started telling me, if you want to ride, ride. Stop waiting on people to ride. Stop
Right.
waiting on people
Right.
to come and take you places and do things. And that's kind of where it all started. So I started to ride.
Okay. Okay. Uh Doc,
Yes, sir.
what's your take on that right there? Because she laid it down heavy on that one.
Oh, I feel the same way. I was a Buffalo Soldier for 4 years, and then and I wasn't introduced into the my local set, because Buffalo Soldiers, when I was introduced to that, and I was riding with them in Nashville, I didn't know about the set. They it was almost scary, like that's not where you want to be at,
Mm-hmm.
you want to ride with us, and stay safe. It was a stigma that it wasn't safe to be on the set, and I was just immature on the motorcycle life, and so I did stay away from like motorcycle parties and things like that. But once I left Buffalo Soldiers and was introduced to my local set and started showing support and got into another club, an all-female riding club, the Independent Dimes. Um, and then I was the vice president of Sundance Riders out of Nashville, well, out of Starksville, Mississippi. But in
Mm-hmm.
relation to what Lil Mama said, once I started riding, people would tell me the same thing they told her. If you want to get out there and ride like you see all these other ladies that you say you want to ride like, then get out there and go. Don't wait on nobody, And then
Right.
as far as the colors do not make you, because I can go anywhere without my colors on, and people knew who I was. And that was because
Okay.
I supported off of the set as well. When
Oh,
you go to
yes.
people's homes and with them, and you spend time, when you go to church with them some days, what I mean? Just different fellowship and things that you do is how you get out there and you support, that's how people know you. So yeah, I'm definitely with her when she said.
Okay, okay. Yeah. We're having some technical difficulties on your end, Doc. This is what I'm gonna need for you to do. I need for you to just log out and then log back in into the studio, please, and then we'll just bring you right back in. Little Mama,
Yes,
you
sir.
you you just laid down some heavy information for people on that part there alone, the opening alone. Justice, thank you. Justice says facts. And listen when I tell you, Justice says facts. Justice means facts because she is justice. She is the scales of justice. A couple of people just want to welcome you in tonight. I know my big bro, John Levin, said, hey, man, he loves your determination and he hoped that he sees you in Little Rock, Arkansas at the Reef and K Solo official ride to eat, little mama. Hint, hint, first
I
weekend in
know,
October.
right?
Don't make me call Sharif and
I
have him
know.
put the pressure on you because you know Reef can tighten
I
it down.
I know. I just talked to Sharif too.
So you all let me call him. Let me send him the link. Oh
Mm.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. But listen, little mama, I know you said you came into the culture, but you did prospect for another organization
I
up in
did.
Ohio, right? And I know maybe just you tell us that experience.
So after I left Bad to the Bone, I stayed Lil Mama for a while, and I did not. Is that me?
Yes, that's you.
Okay.
All right. We're good, folks. We're good. Don't worry. You good, little mama?
I hear static. Is that me? Okay. I hear static on my
I
end.
think I think somebody has maybe another link open because I hear an echo.
Yeah, let
So
me make sure.
close all the links.
I don't have anything open.
Yeah, you're
I
good, little mama.
Okay.
You're
So
good.
what okay. So what ended up happening is I stayed Lil Mama for a little bit, and this is Bonded by Iron and Logical, which you'll
Hmm.
see he's the one in the center with the bald head. He has now passed away. Logical
Rest in
came
peace.
to me.
So his
Uh,
name was Logical.
his name is Logical,
Okay.
and Show Off is next to him
Okay.
with a little gray beard. They all came to me and they talked to me and asked me about joining them.
Hmm.
And I did prospect for them for a while. I realized as a prospect, and this is what people don't understand, by the way, is you can prospect for a club, but it's when during a club and you're prospecting for a club, it is
Hmm.
more of an interview for both. You need
Hmm.
to realize that it's not just finding out whether or not you fit for a club, but also is the club fit for you.
Right,
Um,
Right. Yes,
right.
there,
indeedy.
that prospecting part is not just to say, "Are you okay? Is the club going to accept you?" You need
Hmm.
to say, "Are you going to accept that club?" Okay. And I think a lot of people get that part mixed up, that they don't realize that you need to make sure that you're prospecting for that club and want to make sure, are you accepting that club? Well, needless to say, I did prospect for that club and I realized that club was not for me. So
Hmm.
I did not get full patch colors for that club because that club was not for me. So I stayed Lil Mama.
Okay.
And so it was no hard feelings. I left that club. I didn't take full colors. So there you go. Loved
Man,
them
I
to death.
love what you
Did
just said right there that you did not
you,
take full colors.
you
Did not.
feel any type of way from the people that you had met while you was probating, right? I know people was introducing, like when I was probating, people was introducing me to other people, and I was meeting people on the motorcycle.
Um,
I don't know what Doc did you hear what Doc said?
she cut in and
Do
out.
you feel there was some type of animosity, or if you step back on the set now, you didn't make that club? Did you feel some type of way, or did you feel like, I can continue on just like this?
So I didn't have a problem. I know there was some animosity. A couple people was kind of upset that I did not take colors. But I'm gonna be honest with you. We've done washed away with that. It's okay. Um,
Right.
But it's been years, you guys. That's been, God, I don't know how many years ago. But, of course, um, when you're prospecting for a club, what happens is they can get upset that you choose not to take those colors. But at the end of the day, it's better for me to say, I'm not a good fit now before I take those colors versus me getting in that club and then me saying no.
Mhm.
I'm not going to put myself in that situation. I'm not a person that thinks that I don't like club hoppers. I'm not one
Mhm.
of those individuals. I think when I'm dedicated to a club, I want to be dedicated to that club. And I was a hang around on that club, and I said, you know what? Okay, I'll give it a chance. And I did give it a chance, and it just was not for me. And I can be a woman and stand up and say, you know what? I'm not going to be the best member that you need in your club if
Mhm.
I'm not satisfied and if that's not the club for me. And did they feel some type of way? Some of them did and some of them didn't. Some of them accepted me and I was the best of friends with them. And others,
Right.
they may have had a little attitude a little bit, but eventually they got over it. And you know what? We crossed those and it was over with. So
Right.
that's being an adult, and in the MC
Oh
world,
my God. Shit.
and being in MC world, you're going to have to see me because I ain't going nowhere. So you're either going to accept me or keep it moving, because I'm going to say hi to you and be cordial and keep it moving, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to support and be around. I'm not going nowhere.
You're not going nowhere. Hey, I got
No.
to send that to baby girl. Baby girl said absolutely true. Definitely interviewing on both sides when prospecting 100. Yes, indeed, baby girl. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I know we got Doc. We got Doc back. Doc, you in there? Uh, Doc, you got to unmute.
Oh yeah, I'm in here. I'm good. I was
Yeah.
just muting it while we was talking because I didn't want the static.
Were you able to hear what she was saying?
Yes.
Would you like to comment?
Yes.
Okay.
So definitely. Well, what I was talking about before I had messed got disconnected, but it was just the prospecting, and I was asking Little Mama if she had felt any type of animosity, and she said she did a little bit. I heard that. Um, and then I think I missed the last. If it was another question after that, but that was my last piece that I was asking Little Mama if she had felt any way, because I did. I almost felt
Hmm.
like if I didn't have on those colors at sometimes, then people would know who I was. And then that's why I started getting more out into the community and started doing things without my colors on. Or when I didn't make the club that I was going for, then I said, well, if I really love this motorcycle life, this is what I want to do. With or without colors, I'm gonna have to be out here, and I gotta travel and I gotta meet people. So yeah, that's the last thing I had heard, y'all.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And hey man, my Titan sister said, respect little mama for standing up and saying this is not for me. Respect. And that's you right there, little mama. You let me ask this question. Besides your height, I hate to do this. How did you get to that little mama? Was it because of your height?
Well,
The
my
shenanigans begin.
oh boy, oh boy. So my fiance that passed away gave me that name,
Uh-huh.
because I am truly Lil Mama. Besides the fact of my height, I had a attitude back in the day,
You still
and
got it. Don't even try. You still got it. She got a mouth now. If you know little
I
mama, she
do,
got a mouth. She gonna
I
tell
do.
you.
But I am a little mama.
Uh-huh.
I take care of people, and I am a mama. I have two grown boys, but I am truly a mama of a set, kind of,
Mhm.
you could say. So there is what's called bike life in Cincinnati, and they used to call me bike life mama.
Oh,
So
man.
I took care of everybody, and for all the new riders that didn't ride, that didn't know how to ride, I
Mhm.
would stick behind with them. and I would make sure that everybody, when they left them and all that stuff, I would stick by behind them. I would teach them how to ride, and I would cuss them all out if they didn't have their damn helmet. Sorry. If they
Right.
didn't
No,
have
no,
their
no, no,
helmet
no.
on, and if they started messing up and doing stuff, crazy stuff, I would get
Right.
on to them.
Right.
So,
Hey, I can testify. Listen, Little Mama came in. That the word Little Mama in quotes came in
Uh-huh.
because when I was out on my four corner U.S. tour, and I left Nashville, went down to San Ysidro. From San Ysidro, I did the I-10 to the end, got down to Key West, had some bike issues going on all up in between there, right? So I'm dealing with mental, on top of the physical restraints, and I'm on a time frame. I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to do three different challenges in one, and so by the time I got to Madawaska, Maine, and in between there, I was still trying to, no, actually, once I hit Key West, from there, I started trying to hit all 48 states,
Mm-hmm.
on my way back home. But then, I made it to Maine, and then I had to shoot all the way back to Blaine, Washington, right?
Okay.
And
Yep.
so, again, still having bike issues. Little Mama was on my pit crew, and I knew that I needed to have a pit crew. I did some research, and they was and the pit crew came to me, and they formed, and it was a circle of women and guys that was rooting for me. Anything I needed across the nation, they was able to help me. They was watching out for the weather for me. They was making sure I was eating and sleeping and I was safe if I posted something or if they saw me stop too long. And so the pit crew came in clutch for me being out there by myself. But the Little Mama came in because by the time I got to Blaine, Washington, I was you got to finish that challenge in 21 days. I was at day 20
Yes.
because I had kept having issues with my motorcycle. I rode a 2005 electric glide that was breaking down on me because I had just had it customized. And then
Mm-hmm.
and the tires was doing the most. But anyway, um I was mentally drained. And so when I reached out to my pit crew, by the time I got to Washington, and I was exhausted, and I was emotionally because I was feeling like I wasn't about to make it because I had broke down again right outside of Blaine. And I said, can I just pick the bike up and walk it up there? You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. I was stuck. And so physically drained, mentally drained, emotionally drained. I shot a text out to my group, and I said, do anybody know anybody up here near Blaine, Washington? And Little Mama, she didn't even text back to the group. She called me and she said, "What's up? What you need? What's going on?" And I was like, "I'm just over it. I'm tired. Is it somewhere I can, like? Do you know anybody I can park my bike in their garage and I'm ready to get on a flight and go home? I'm just over it." And she was like, real stern. She was like, "Man, you just need some rest. You need to refocus." Little Mama came in and she was just the words that she said to me. I was just standing on the side of a building with my foot up at a gas station, and feeling just depleted. And she was just pouring energy into me and telling me, yeah, I can make some calls for you, but you gonna get back on that bike and you gonna be just fine and you gonna finish. She gave me a couple curse words, and told me to, go drink some water and get some gas and relax for a minute and then get back on that bike and finish what I was doing. And the encouragement that she gave me and the tone of voice that she used when she was talking to me, I almost felt embarrassed that I reached out and said I was getting ready to quit. But she told me it was all good, and we just kept rocking and rolling. And I will always love you for that, Little Mama.
well, I love
Oh
you too, honey.
man. Oh man.
I
Oh
love
man.
you
Hold
too.
on, man. Hold on, man. Shit, man.
Oh,
I'm getting all sentimental over here,
oh.
crap. Oh my goodness. Hey, what's going on, Crowbar? Hey, what's going on, Princess Mac? Big bro John Levin said, if you got a pit crew anywhere in the United States, you are blessed without a doubt. Love you, big bro. Indeed. Hey, man, we got the one and only FHO in the house, man. Listen, you can love or hate him, but he's still gonna be FHO. And he gonna be that. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it. Hey, what's going on, Crow? What's going on, Crowbar? How we doing? Miss Jones, how we doing? FHO said, Miss Jones, how you doing?
Hey,
I just want to
FHO.
thank I just want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. We giving Little Mama roses. We highlighting her. We bringing her legacy to the map, man, because she does it and she does it like nobody else. And listen, when you're 5 foot plus, this is what you do, right, Little Mama? When you're 5 foot plus, you get
Absolutely.
it
I
in.
would love to be that 5 foot plus.
Oh man, I love it. I love it, folks. I'm all night long just highlight Little Mama and sharing her adventure with you. Now, Little Mama, you when you left Cincinnati, Ohio, and I
Mhm.
want you to say this because I couldn't even wrap my head around it when you said it, but it's totally commitment to the community. When you moved to Phoenix, why did you move to Phoenix?
I moved to Arizona because originally what happened is I rode back and forth to the West Coast 1,000 times.
Hmm.
And riding to the West Coast is different than knowing the set to the West Coast. So
Right.
I rode over there 1,000 times, and it's always love when you go to the West Coast.
Yes.
Um, but you never know the actual culture over
Hmm.
there. So
Hmm.
I wanted to move to the West Coast and know the culture. I wanted to know what the bike set was over there. I wanted more than to just ride over there, get the love for a weekend or a little
Hmm.
extended weekend. I
Hmm.
wanted to know how the bike set was over there. So
So
I moved to Phoenix for that reason.
what you are telling me, your commitment and love for the motorcycle culture and community had you pack up,
Yep.
move to Phoenix, Arizona, relocate, find a place, adjust to the climate of 200 degrees in Phoenix,
I did. I
200
did.
degrees in Phoenix, because you wanted to experience what it was like being on the west coast of the United States and seeing what Las Vegas, what Colorado, what Iowa, what Washington State,
Right.
California, New Mexico, Texas, West Texas, AZ, all of that was about.
I did. I only wanted to go over there to ride to learn the culture of the MC world. That's
Wow.
all I wanted to do. That
That's
was the reason
amazing.
I moved.
That's amazing.
I don't even know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something right now because listen, because listen, I want to make some noise. I want to make some noise. Shit, man, that's
That,
commitment. That's dedication right there to the culture, Little Mama. My hat off to you, and I salute you for that one.
that's the
Uh,
love of
Yeah.
it,
that's
though.
the
Yeah,
love
because
right there.
That is
Come
the
on,
love.
folks.
hey,
That's the
look,
love for it.
look.
And go ahead,
K
go ahead.
Solo, when I wanted to go see the West Coast, I just said I need to ride my bike over there, and then I need to get on back home.
That wasn't enough for me, though. That wasn't. I
Yeah,
did that. I did that,
yeah.
and I did it, and I did it, and I'm like, no, like I'm not getting enough of it. I need to know. There was questions I had. I
Uh
didn't
huh.
know what auxiliary clubs were like. I didn't know, like I did not know. I wasn't getting enough just riding over there, you guys. Like I would be over there for an extended weekend. I was getting I would go over there for the Big Manny run. I'd go over there for Breeds weekend. I would go over there for East Bay Dragons. I would go over there for all these different runs, but I wasn't getting what I was looking for. So I had to go.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, my Titan sister once again has another question. Question for Little Mama. How did you learn to ride in your first bike?
So let me tell you, let me go back. I was actually 14 years old, and my daddy
Her
got
daddy.
me
Her,
my
hey,
my
folks, she said her daddy.
my daddy got me a y'all know those mopeds that you had to run and paddle and start.
Yeah.
Uh
So
huh.
that's what I started off at 14. My mama told me I couldn't ride it on the street and I had to ride it on the sidewalk, but you had to get your moped license or to ride it. So the minute they would turn their head, I'd get on the road to ride it. So I started riding that when I was younger. But then after I got in high school, and after I got out of high school and I got my first bike, I bought a 650 SV Suzuki
Mm-hmm.
and they lowered it. I went in and I cussed a few people out, by the way, at the dealership. But I ended up buying a brand new one. They delivered it to my driveway right after I bought my house.
Uh-huh.
And I went to a riding course and got my license. They went and delivered my bike, and I drove it. And that's how I learned. I went and got the class first, and
Okay.
then I had bought my bike. They delivered it, and then on I went. And then I was scared to ride it, so I rode it around around my neighborhood.
Mhm.
So then I called some of the folks, of course, bad to the bone. At that time, I called them and said, "Come and get me." So they come and got me, and I said, "Don't put me on the highway because I've never rode on the highway." Well, guess what? We go straight to the light, and I'm like putting my turn signal on, and guess where the first place they take me? To the
Thank you
highway.
to say to that.
Alright.
I'm like, so needless to say, we went straight to the highway, and then that's how it went. So
Yeah,
Oh, man. Love it, love it, love
yeah.
it, love it,
You
love
got
it.
to
Doc.
jump in there. That's how you jump in there.
I did
Yeah.
the same thing with that and the rain. Logical and logical with Bonded by Iron. He took me down to Louisville, and I'll tell you what he did. We're going down the highway, and it's pouring down the rain. That's back in the day. I didn't wear a helmet like I supposed to back in the day. By the way,
Uh-huh.
now I wear a helmet faithfully.
Right.
No, under no circumstances do I ever not wear a helmet. But when I started, I didn't wear a helmet. I wasn't fully geared up like I'm supposed to be, or none of that. But Logical actually took me on the highway, and we was in the rain. And needless to say, I started riding in the rain, and I was scared they was leaving me. And next thing you know, I just kept up, and I was looked down and I was like, wow, I'm going like in the rain. And I kept up. So he was like, well, I looked down and realized you wasn't following back. I couldn't give you speed back. I couldn't let up knowing that you was keeping up with me. So I'm like, okay.
Right.
Hey, hey, little mama, real quick. I'm sorry, Case Solo. I
Go
want
ahead,
to
go
say
ahead,
this
go ahead, go ahead.
before. So, because I had a bad accident, and when I was wearing a half helmet when I first started riding, and broke my lower socket on my orbital, and my lip got all messed up, and I felt ugly and ashamed, and um, I thought I was looking cool until I went down. So can you share when you say you wasn't wearing the right equipment and now you faithfully wear the right equipment? Can you speak on the right equipment and real briefly and talk about, like, if I'm out here and I'm on a journey, and I like to go live on my journeys, is that something that I should be talking about, like, hey ladies, look what I got on, because I'm safe out here. Like, is that something that we should be sharing as well? Along with the pretty pictures and stuff like that.
Man, I wish more of us would share the things that a lot of people don't know. That's the thing. A lot of people don't know the things that we should be sharing. And those are things. Make sure you have a full face helmet. Look at the things, those little half helmets. Most of the time when you have an accident, this part is the part that all gets messed up. Wear a full face helmet, wear your gear completely. And I know I'm guilty for not wearing full sleeves all the time. But I'm always got full pants on 99% of the time. I'm looking for the right actual pants. I would like a riding suit is what I'm looking for. But to be honest with you, I ain't found one that fits me correctly. So that's why I have it. But these are the things, wearing the right gear. Every ride I take, even though I've been riding 25 years, every ride I take, I still look at every ride I take and figure out what it can make my ride better. And even, I mean, here I'm 25 years in and I'm still looking for that. And so I don't care how long it's been, what can make my ride a little bit better, what can make it safer, whether it's a helmet or whether it's a better riding jacket or riding pants or whatever it is. Share those. I think each one of us should be sharing those, because just like I've been doing this 25 years, somebody else is just now coming in. Somebody else is just now starting. And I'm going to tell you what I've done. I've met people that's been doing this for 5, 6 years. And after having a conversation with them, I found out they ain't been doing half of it right.
Oh
Like
my
they've
goodness.
literally not been doing it right. And I'm like, are you serious? And I'm like, and they wouldn't have, they would have never known if you did not stop and have a conversation with them. But yet they was vulnerable enough to tell you, because you open that up. And I always wonder how people can tell me their life stories, but they literally tell me their life stories. So, and after you having a conversation, I'm like, you know no, that's not how this is supposed to be done. Try it this way. And if you don't try it my way, that's fine. There's 10,000 different ways to do it, but be safe with it. you
Yes.
know be safe with it, because there was one girl in Cincinnati. This is no lie. We was in Cincinnati at a gas station. She started riding crazy, and I say crazy meaning she was a little bit more aggressive on her riding, on the last little bit that we was riding. We stopped at a gas station and I looked at her and I said, get your helmet on. I said, you're starting to ride a little bit, whatever. I stayed
Hmm.
a little bit different, right?
Hmm.
But and she got her helmet on. Thank God she did, because I'm gonna tell you, probably 5 minutes down the road, guess what she did? She had an accident. And you
Mm.
know what? As soon as we turned around, after she was okay. Thank God she had that helmet on because she hit a wall, a concrete wall. And then, she looked at me and she's like, you know what? Thank you, little mama. She said, you told me. I did. You know what? And it was only because for some reason told me, tell that girl to put her helmet on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
Hmm.
so absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely share with those. A lot of these young folks, and I'm not saying just young folks, they could be anybody. Because
Hmm.
the one guy that I had talked to be honest with you, he had been riding for, I know, 5 or 6 years, and he had not been using the right gear. And I was like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And it's just because he's the same way I was. If nobody sat down and told me, nobody told me how you're doing it, I wouldn't
Hmm.
have known. I'm only
Hmm.
doing what somebody else is trying to show me or
I,
somebody
Exactly.
else is trying to tell me.
I thought it looked
Exactly.
cool. I thought it was cool not to have rain gear. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I've been riding for 15 years now, and my first 5 years I never owned rain gear until Miss Prissy out of Memphis. One day I was on a ride with her, going through the mountains in Tennessee, and it started raining, and I didn't have no rain gear, and she pulled me over like she was my mama. We stopped somewhere, and they started, putting rain gear on me. Put this on, zip this up, put these in, put your foot in there, and I was looking like, okay, well, how do I snap this down? Because I had no idea, and
Oh my
so
goodness.
yeah, I mean,
No,
we
no, y'all keep going. I'm gonna sit back here. Y'all keep going. As a matter of fact,
Absolutely.
shit. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all keep.
yeah, so I think we just really got to share that more, like stuff that we need to be talking about while people are out on the road, because we just expect people to know, and we just don't know. And like I said, I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, that's the other thing is people think that, us women, we want to look cute on the bike. We want to look like women, we want to look a certain way, but you know what? I'm not trying to be funny. If you look at my pictures, I don't care how I look on that bike. I'm looking to be safe first off. Let me tell you something. I know when I get to that hotel, I'm going to take a shower, I'm going to eat because that's the first thing, shower, eat,
Right.
and then we can do whatever we can do. But when I pull into that hotel, who knows how many layers I got on? I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care what I look like half the time. My hair is a mess. I don't care. You will see me take a picture with my head all over, my hair all over the place. At this point, let me tell you something. My goal is to get to my destination safely, and the rest of it is irrelevant.
Right. Right.
So
Right. Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah,
Y'all
I'm
don't need
definitely.
me. Y'all don't need me. Y'all go
yes,
ahead.
we
Y'all don't
do,
need me. Y'all
Kayla.
go.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Come on back.
Yeah, cool.
I'm
Come on.
loving it. I'm absolutely loving this.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm loving
But
this.
we
Oh,
definitely gotta teach each other for sure.
well,
Yes.
you also said something about a pit crew. Let me tell you how important this pit crew is because doing this is long, and I didn't start doing long distance until later in life. And I say in life because later, my first long distance, and this is going to tell my age, my first long distance trip was only a 4-hour trip, you guys. And I printed out MapQuest instructions.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? I printed out two copies of MapQuest directions. And I had one in this little leather pouch and stuck it up on my little pouch. And I had another one taped to my gas tank. Do you hear me? And I had my phone in my little leather saddlebag. And I was off. Do you hear me? I thought I was going, and I was in the best. That was the best trip ever. Do you hear me? It was only a 4-hour trip, but let me tell you, I didn't have a care in the world. I didn't care. I was not on no time. I was just going. Matter of fact, I was going to show off Bonded by Iron. I was going to his house. He said he was going to cook me some food if I made it there. That's all I was going for, food, right? And I said, okay, 4 hours. He was worried to death. He was like, "Where have you been? What's took you so long?" I couldn't even make it to his house because I made it to a shopping center right around the corner from his house, right? And I called him. I look at my phone. I stop at the shopping center. I was going to call him and tell him, "Hey, I'm here. You got to come and get me." And he was worried to death. Do you hear me? And he was like, "You don't know how to travel long distance and da 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 da." Look, just come and get me. Shut up. Is the food ready? Is all I need to know. I'm hungry at this point. We can talk about this when we get there. I don't care about anything else. Is the green beans done? That's all I need to know. So
hey folks, I just gotta welcome everybody. I am absolutely loving this show tonight. You guys already knocked it out of the park. What I tell y'all, we're already 52 minutes into this right here, and we still in Arizona.
Oh,
Right.
I done told you. Hey man, I done told y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for bringing this energy. Thank you for bringing this heat, ladies. This is what I wanted. This is what I was expecting from you two. Oh my goodness, man! Listen, man. My mentor is here right now, man. Low Key is in here. Low Key said they're talking over the highway. They're taking over the highways and the podcast. See, I can't even read. Where my glasses at? Where my glasses at? I can't even read my own screen tonight. Man, I am absolutely loving this show. Folks, listen to me. If you are enjoying this show tonight, give us a thumbs up, give a like, give a heart, whatever you want to do. If you're enjoying this show tonight, please just chime in, comment, anything. I don't care if you just sit there and just give a thumbs up. That'll be great because I'm telling you right now, Lil Mama and my feature co-host Doc Remy is bringing the heat tonight, and I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it, man. Oh, Tina, thank you. I appreciate that, Low Key. T Rock says my first trip was North Carolina to New Jersey on a 2000 Busa.
Oh, wait.
Man, you know when I say the word Busa, my back hurt.
I know, right?
Okay, let's get back on
I remember the sports bike days.
I remember the sports bike days. They do. So we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back on track. We're in Arizona now. So we're in Arizona, and you join.
So I was in Arizona, and I decided to go to Hurricane Biker Girls.
Okay.
And I actually ended up staying with them until I became a full patch member of Hurricane Biker Girls.
And shout out to them. Shout out to them. Much respect to all the organization that we're mentioning tonight. That's just part of what we do as affiliation to establish a person's legacy of what they've done. So nothing away from any organization. It's just establishing the legacy.
Absolutely. And I actually ended up, when I moved to Tennessee, I decided to move back to Tennessee because it's closer to my family, but not in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
There was no chapter close to me. So I ended up going back in retirement for road runners.
Okay.
So that's where I came. So.
All right. And how was it in Arizona?
Wow. So let me tell you about Arizona.
Besides being 2,000 degrees.
Let me tell you. So Arizona was amazing. When I first got there, I really down to Pam. Let me tell you, that is my family.
And shout out to Chris. Shout out to Big Country.
Country.
Country, you are if you still on country, check your inbox. I just sent you a text message, country. So don't beat around the bush.
Country, Two Down, all them, Coach, and Coach is in California, but
Okay.
when I tell you every chapter of Down to Pound, became my family, and I mean
Okay.
that. Country and Cal was going out on rides, and they would go to lakes, and I said, "Hey, you keep going out on these lakes, and where are they at?" And they said, "Oh man, little mama, we forgot you was in Arizona."
Hmm.
And he sent me a text and told me, "Come on." And I started riding with him. I rode out with him one time, and he said, of course, he had to make sure I knew how to ride. That was the point,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
You don't just invite everybody and make sure you can't ride first, right?
Right.
So
Right.
he
Right.
realized I could ride, and he was like, "Okay, now you can ride anywhere I go, you can ride." So,
Right.
I rode with him in the club, the Arizona chapter out to some lakes, and then I started riding with all the other chapters. Nothing but love with them. When I tell you they
Hmm.
became my family, I went out to every annual they had. I became family with them, like
Okay.
literally. So
Okay. 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 Good deal. Good deal. And shout out to Phoenix Hurricanes. Matter of fact, shout out to all of the Phoenix. I know my Titan sister,
I'm
Piper.
Piper.
Yeah, Piper. She's a hurricane. So shout out to all of the hurricanes out there, man,
Absolutely.
Right.
and and,
That's
and all
right.
the organization. Because the thing about it is, when you join a MC, a motorcycle club, you join it as face value for what it is.
Absolutely.
Over time, it may or may not be your fit.
Mhm.
And then in the male side, and I have to say this in the male side, you're gonna come in RC, MC, OMC, one diamond. That is the schematic of it, or that is the ladder to it. So we all take a path in this right here, and this just happened to be your path. And my hat out to you, little mama. Miss Aphrodite Jones, Miss Jones. Shit, I'm killing it,
Aphrodite.
That's
man.
it.
Aphrodite, hey,
Right.
I'm killing it, man. I can't see. Listen, I don't have my glasses on, folk, because it brings a glare. Hey, little mama, and Doc Jones and K Soda Rider, how's it going? It's going great. We got all our technical difficulties worked
GQ's
out.
on there too.
What?
Yeah.
Man, no. Listen, man. GQ, if you on, man,
Yeah,
send me a
he's on
text, man. Send me a text, GQ.
it.
Send me a
It's gonna be blue.
it's gonna be Oh my goodness.
Mm-mm.
Miss Jones said my first solo ride was in 1982 on a 900 Kawasaki Kentucky to Daytona. Not no KZ 900, Miss Jones. Not
Ah,
no KZ 900.
yeah.
That alone right there says something. That sparks
Yeah,
racing memories to everybody.
it
Oh
is.
my goodness. GQ, what's going on, GQ?
So
Oh
she said
man,
what
love it,
her
love it,
bike
love it.
was. She just said what her bike was. You guys, everybody tells me my very first bike for cross country, and Shakila just rode her 250 across. So it brought back so many memories. I rode a 650 Honda Shadow to California. And it
What?
and it had a reserve gas tank on it. And when it didn't have a gas light. It didn't have it had a reserve tank.
Uh-huh.
So when it would run out of gas, it would just like go, like it would putt and run out, and you had to click the reserve on. And the reserve, once at first couldn't even reach down to to click over the reserve tank. I finally was able to reach down while I was riding and click on the reserve, and then I would click the reserve as I was riding. And I rode with Diesel, which is now with Rare Breed, and
Okay.
he ran me out of gas a couple times, you guys, by the way. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that conversation. But anyway, I would run out of gas, or it would be time for me to get gas, but it wouldn't go. I would turn the throttle. all the way, because he, of course, was on a Harley and I
Mm-hmm.
was on a Honda Shadow, and it was only a 750, right? So my
Mm-hmm.
throttle would be all the way turned over. And just to let you know, he would be on, going on and on. And then eventually I would, if as long as he was up on a hill, I would be like, just keep going. I'll catch up with you. Once you get over that hill, I'll catch up on you along the way. So yeah, so that brought back a lot of memories, her going across, because I truly understood the struggle, because he would
Mm-hmm.
leave me a little bit. But I was, don't worry, you ain't gonna leave me for long. I'm gonna catch up with you.
Right. It wasn't because female the bite. It was just pushing you to getting
Mhm.
you to that level, to just
Yep.
gradually get you to that next level, saying this is cruising speed, this
Mhm.
is the interstate, this is the super slab now, this
Yeah.
is this is not riding around town, this
Mhm.
is super slab cruising speed. So if you don't know what super slab is, which is a west coast lane, you
Yep.
better look it up.
Mm.
Low key said, my first solo ride was from Akron, Ohio, Akron,
Akron,
Ohio.
Ohio.
I ain't got my glasses on. Akron, Ohio to Chicago, Illinois in 2008 on an HD Street Glide to meet a group to
Wow.
ride to Sturgis. Well, all right, low key. All
Wow.
right. All right.
Mm.
I'm not even gonna try this. Miss Jones says Cal 750. Hey, man, I'm gonna call my brother T,
Yes.
man, because he is a straight up cow man. He just gotta go away. He just gotta go away. And I pulled this next slide up because the thing is, folks, when I say Little Mama supports the motorcycle culture nation, she supports the nation.
Right.
You see that from Highway Smiley in California to Piper in Ohio to Snacks in Texas to Big Sarge down in Jacksonville, Florida
Right.
to Doc in Phoenix and my Titan sister from Virginia. So listen what I tell you, folks. She supports the nation.
Yeah. And it's a
Every
difference. It's a difference between local and national bike set. Like and we should discuss that too at some point, because I had to learn from one being the local set and how to operate and function once I started hitting them state signs, how it operates on a national level. And so that's something that needs to be discussed too, because we get out here as females, as well as women, we get out here on our motorcycles and think it's all cute until we run up on something that we wasn't taught, or we don't know, or someone didn't tell us, or we don't have no one clearing the way on our way because we don't have any colors on our back and we're independent. So when you're in the club, and you're a woman and you're riding, they're supposed to, clear the way for you, let people know you're coming through, look out for you so you can have a safe straight away, and if
Right,
that's not
right.
happening, then we have issues out there on the road, and we don't be talking about that stuff.
Well, let's talk about it, lady. Let's talk about it. I
well,
mean, Cornbread said my first long solo ride was from Texas to Florida to meet up with the friends to go to Florida Keys. All
West.
right, Cornbread.
Yep.
Big pun. My first bike was a 2004 SV 1000.
Mm.
Uh, Definitely a
Different.
difference. Miss Jones said, yes, there's a big difference crossing those state lines. Yes, indeed. So
It
now we're
is.
going to talk about Doc. Doc,
Yeah.
I'm open the floor up to you two. Have at it. Have at it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. So I had an incident where I was riding solo and I had just got out of a club and turned in. Matter of fact, they cut my colors off. The president of the club, he actually took his knife off, and he sliced his patches off of my back. And I politely got my vest back, and to this day that's the vest I still ride around. I just stitched it up, and and I kept going and supporting. But I put on an independent pack, a middle piece. And I said, and the only reason I knew about that is because I had got out there on the road and I had started riding, and I used to go to Atlanta, and I would go, to Dallas by myself, and then I would see that women, they had on leather vests and they were black, so they weren't in a social club. They actually rode their motorcycles, but on the back and the center it said independent, or Miss Independent this, or independent rider, or I do my own thing solo. And I was just like, oh my God, there's women out here that's rocking, their name and still got their vest, but it says independent. So I put independent. I went and found me one. Matter of fact, I was at an Outcast event and there was a vendor there, and I asked out one of my two shots out of Nashville. I asked my Outcast bro out of Nashville, and I said, "Hey, is it okay?" Because I didn't know. I said, "Is it okay if I buy this patch from this vendor in this clubhouse and I put it on my vest? Am I gonna be okay walking around here?" He said, "Yes, you're gonna be okay. Remy, go on over there and get the doggone vest, girl. Get the patch.
Mhm.
But
Now
while
you're
I was
riding for your brand. Now you're riding for you. That's
yes,
what I keep telling people that don't understand. You ride for a club, you ride for the club, which is a brand. When you're
right.
independent, when you're solo riding, you're riding for you, you're riding for your brand.
Mhm.
And
I
so
gotta
while I was
tell,
out
I,
there,
I have to tell people those two don't mix. I'm
Mhm.
telling you right now. If you think you see what all the great people out there doing independent ride, the places we going, all these organizations that we're riding with, all the great fun stuff that you're seeing with us, if that's pulling you towards it, I'm telling you right now, folks, think twice before you get out there because the organization always come first when you're in an organization.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Don't forget that. It's going to
Absolutely.
cause you headache, pain, turmoil, and it ain't going to end well.
Absolutely.
It just is what it is.
hmm
Cain killed Abel, his own brother. So what I'm saying is, if you in a club, ride for your organization. If you can fly your colors, if you ain't in a club where you can't fly across state line, whatever case may be, but if you can, ride for your organization. First time I went to Alaska, I was with Dahuru MC. I had that cut on my back. When I didn't ride into Alaska, I walked into Alaska. Me and Reese, we stopped. He was with Chosen Few. I was with Dahuru, and we both parked our bikes at that line and we walked into Hyder, Alaska. And I had that cut on my back. I rode for the brand. Now I'm riding for K Solo. So just want to just get that out there so people can kind of understand it when I say riding for the brand. That's an old cowboy term from when the cowboys rode for the ranch owner who branded the horses, who branded the cattle with their ranch brand. And that's what the cowboys call riding for the brand. Look it up. It's a true thing. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little
Oh
mama. This
no,
is your
no,
show. This is
No,
your show.
that's
But
it.
this
No,
is
yeah.
definitely a each one teach one episode tonight.
yes.
I was just gonna
Absolutely.
say, just to wrap that up, I've been out there on the road with the independent patch on, and I've had one percenters pull over because, again, I be having bike issues, right? And so when I pull over, I I've been scared, thinking, man, are they pulling over to help me, or are they pulling over to see exactly what this is on my center patch and about to bother me? You know what I mean? And so,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been grateful enough to have the respect and know how to communicate and know the protocol when I'm passing them up on the road. Maybe I've passed them up and now they see me pulled over on the side and they're going to pull over too. But if I was rude and disrespectful and didn't know protocol on the way I was approaching them and then passing them, then I got some problems up here because now I'm pulled over by myself. They're going to pull over right behind me and then we're going to have a communication. But I've always had a good, they checked on me. Are you okay?
Right.
They asked me who I rode with. I told them I was Remy out of Nashville. That was it, and
Okay.
and that was it. And they let me go. I didn't have
Right.
any issue,
Right.
but
Right. Right.
we definitely have to educate our new riders
Right.
on protocol on
Right.
crossing the state lines.
Absolutely.
Right, right. And we're talking protocol.
There you go.
look,
There you go.
look who comes up. The one and only himself, Butter. What's going on,
Butter.
Butter? Shout out to Butter Foxy and the whole
Butter.
committee for the proc,
Mhm.
man.
Mhm.
Love you guys. Hopefully I get an invite back up there next year to be a guest speaker, man. Hint, hint, I'm available. but yeah, we're talking about protocol, man. And like I said, you support all of the organization. Little Mama, I don't think that I can't find from Black Wall Street to the Proc to Iron Elite to even Harley events, club events, East Coast, West Coast, North, South, East, West, East Bay Dragons, one percenters. You support everybody.
I do. I absolutely do. You know what? It's a nation to me. It's a family to me.
Right.
And honestly, I I'm surprised about the amount of people that I actually know or that know me. I
Mm-hmm.
say that all the time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I truly enjoy this lifestyle. I am retired. I gave my time up for my club. I ride because I enjoy it. Um,
Right.
and I enjoy the family. I enjoy seeing people. I enjoy meeting people. And I enjoy putting people together. I enjoy
Mhm.
introducing. You know how many people actually I've introduced, and then when they meet each other, they send me a picture of them two together. That
Okay.
is
Yeah.
is so I love that, because now I feel like I've done put those two people together. So guess what? If they need something, now they've actually got a family. They've got a connection there. They've connected here. You know, it adds to the family. So I love
Mhm.
that. And that's what this
Right.
is about. That's all what this is about.
Yes.
Oh, there's the bills.
Yes, indeed. Hey, what's going on, Smitty? My guy Smitty out of Greenville, North Carolina, out of my hog chapter. Much love for you, Smitty. Thank you, man. Gorilla Blue said also the stuff that happens on the East Coast is not the same as the West Coast, without a doubt, man. Chop says
Absolutely.
great information again tonight. Yes, indeed, Chops. Thank you, man. Thank you. I hope mom is doing fine with her 100 plus year old birthday she just had, man. And shout out to her. But I gotta bring this up. I gotta bring this back up because um, this is a each one teach one moment. This is a
Yes.
each one teach one moment, and I can't stress the important. And I have to admit, I was blind to the fact of the product. I was blind to the fact because I didn't see the vision of what Butter and what Foxy and what all of them was putting together. And I think it's coming to fruition now as time has grown, as we has gotten smarter in the culture
Mhm.
to see what Outcast, to see what the 1%ers was doing at this event right here. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not getting off of you, little mama. This is about you, but
Nope.
this is on the each one teach one because a lot of people have commented. I'm looking at Facebook, I'm looking at YouTube, I'm looking at the comments that people are saying about this episode and about what we're talking about, and it's very informative to them. So that's why I just want to just go ahead and just personally give that shout out to Butter for what he's doing for his organization, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
So, little mama, we're in Arizona. We're getting this experience. We're touching bases with a lot of people.
Mm.
A lot of people know you. Even a lot of people back in Ohio are still with you, supporting you from the Zulus. This gentleman up here in the upper right hand corner. Of course, we know that guy in the middle right there. That guy in the middle,
Flacco.
man. Flacco, man. Everybody know Flacco, man. But that lady down in the lower right hand corner, you two go way back.
We do. That's Road Diva. She's with Flavor Unit out of Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
So,
she has been a when I tell you we have it's family.
mm-hmm,
Flavor Unit in Cincinnati has been they just had a party. They didn't even have an annual for years. They
mm-hmm.
just had a block party. And when I tell you the block party was never about making money, it was never about doing anything but a day party of everybody just riding and coming in and just having a good time. And it kind of reminded you of just, you know, how just coming in to a picnic and just
Right,
kicking it. That's
right,
what we did in Cincinnati.
right,
So yeah. So um, when I tell you it to me, being in Arizona, learning the West Coast, Cincinnati gave me a goodbye party, which was amazing. It was huge. But when I went to Arizona, being in Arizona, I learned how the culture was totally different. Gorilla Blue stated how stuff was so much different on the East Coast and not
right,
on the
right,
West Coast.
right.
I learned that. I asked questions. I talked. Mr. Nate. I had a conversations with Mr. Nate about things. I would see him at different events, and we talked. Just different individuals that I would sit back and just have conversations on. I didn't know about the auxiliary clubs because they're not as known on the East Coast as they are on the
Right,
West Coast.
right, right.
I wanted to know what that was about. Like, then you go up to East Bay Dragons and I talked to Big Manny. Me and Big Manny sat down. We would
Rest
have
in peace to Big Manny.
Yes, absolutely. We would have phone conversations about so much. T Coons, me and
Mhm.
him, and believe it or not, he called me today. So I was like, what in the world? Um, So me and him would have several conversations, and it was just, to learn the knowledge and the history of the
Hmm.
West Coast. You wouldn't have got that if I didn't take the time to actually be there and talk to these people, and
Right,
show up at the day parties and the picnics.
right.
Learn about the different clubs. I'm not going to see all those different clubs. um Ace, True Ace and True and all them from, like, it was so many of them that, they accepted me. Like,
Hmm.
and that's the other thing is every one of them. I always knew a bunch of them from, California, right? From
Right,
LA.
right.
The Kings, KB, all them.
Oh, KTKB.
Yes, all
Oh,
them.
come on, man. Come on,
Like,
man. Come
so,
on,
of
man.
course,
Kings of Cali, man. Highway
yes,
Smiley, all of them, man.
yes.
Come on, man. I'm gonna tell
So,
you. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think nobody out there has more picture with people than you. I'm gonna tell you right now. Not even me.
but that was always my thing because I want my picture with you. And I'm big about getting my picture with everybody because years ago I was at a park and somebody left, and
Hmm.
guess what? He passed away on the bike as he left the
You
park.
never saw him again.
Never saw
Never
me.
seen him
Yep.
again.
Yep.
Rough
Yep.
Riders out of Cincinnati.
Yep.
So that right there
Yep.
took me to another state of mind. That's the last thing you have. And you never know if that's going to be the last time you
Right.
see that individual. And being in this lifestyle, you know how many people's done passed away that we know. So
Oh my
I
goodness.
always want my
I
picture.
hate to say it. I hate to say it. I love it when the weekend come, but I also hate it when the weekend come because I'm cringing because I know I'm gonna hear about something. And it
Absolutely.
makes me cringe. My Hokahay family, my MC family,
Yep.
uh, uh, the organization SCMA, IBR. It makes me cringe when that Sunday, that Monday come around.
Yep.
It's been plenty of times. Callie G, when Callie G passed away,
Oh,
I just seen Callie G down in
yeah.
Jacksonville, Florida. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He gave us an escort, put a little money in my little cash app. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people's champ. So I know what you're saying.
He
Yeah.
gave us an escort. I rode down
Yeah.
and he came and got me and Diesel, and Diesel had no clue who was giving us the escort. He said, "Lil Mom." I said, "Diesel wasn't about getting escorts at that time, back in that day."
Uh-huh.
Diesel,
Uh-huh.
I said, "Diesel, just stop." And sure enough, Callie G met us, and after he met us, Diesel said, "Hey, I know exactly who you are," and da 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 da. And they started talking, and I was like, you know what? Callie G escorted us, took us to a party. We tried to pay. He was like, "Your money ain't no good here. We had a great time."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how they were.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, when you go to places like that, people accept you. Up there you go. Good and plenty.
I'm trying to tell
Um,
you, man.
yeah.
That's
So
one
I
of my
mean,
former guests. One of my former guests, man.
but
And Little Mama, even remember the conversation we had in the lobby when we was at the Breaking History in
yep.
Oklahoma for Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
That was I had just really met you,
Yep.
and we accepted each other. We took our picture together. We greet each other. We sat down, and I think me and Little Mama ended up talking for maybe almost an hour and a half. It just seemed like 2 hours of talking, and we had just really met each other. But the conversation, it was so warm and fuzzy, and it's just
Mhm.
those moments that I treasure when I am out here and I'm meeting someone. Sometimes, and I'm gonna talk about it. I might get some eyes rolled at me right now, but a lot of times women don't want to hug each other. They say, I'm not a hugger. Don't hug me. I don't want your spirit on me. Or sometimes we may walk in a room and we're not speaking. I think I made my brand by being the person who always walked into a room and spoke, then went up and tried to hug everybody. If you didn't want me to hug you, all you had to do was say so, and I gave you your distance and your respect. But I am a hugger, and I think it makes a difference when we greet each other and when we accept and we welcome each other. We don't have to break bread together all the time, but if we walk in a room and I speak, What's wrong with you speaking back and saying, hello, sister, how you doing? Oh, you're not my sister. I don't know you. So it's just those little tit for tat things. But I just think we should cherish those moments. And I really cherish that moment that we had. Because it's a lifelong. Like when I was just down, now you're in Tennessee, and I know K Solo. I'm jumping ahead because we're still in Arizona, but
We're good. We're good. We're gonna
I'm
get there.
okay. I'm
I
in
talk what I
Tennessee.
tell y'all. What
You
I
did.
tell y'all now.
You did.
I'm in Tennessee. I'm between Nashville and Memphis now. I just
Uh-huh.
opened up a school in Nashville, and
Okay.
so Little Mama. I took my summer campers. I took about 15 uh, underprivileged youth to Chattanooga to Ruby Falls. And when I got there with my 15 passenger van, the first person I thought about was Little Mama. So I called up Little Mama, hey, I'm in your town. I got these campers with me, but I'm in town. I was ready to pull up on her. And she say, hey man, I love what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. If you need anything, let me know. But I'm at work. And if I was not at work and in the office today, I would come and have lunch with y'all. And that was it. And that just made me feel safer because I did speak with someone and I knew that she would have my back. All I had to do was reach back out to her if me or those kids that I had brought down there needed anything. And so
Absolutely.
Hmm.
it's just those moments that I appreciate, and I think we should fellowship and welcome each other like that. But everybody ain't
Yes.
everybody's tea.
Yeah,
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
you know what though? That's what, to me, if anybody comes to my town, that's how I feel. That I've been treated that way, and I think that as a MC culture, when you come to my town or I come to your town, that's how it should be. Years ago, I used to go into people's town and they used to get mad at me if I didn't tell them, and it kind of just stuck with me, like maybe I should tell people. And that's, of course, if I think about it, or if it doesn't cross my mind. So if it does cross, if I forget about it, or accidentally don't think about it, then don't blame it on my heart, please. But if I do think about it and I am in your town, then I'm going to reach out. Hey, maybe I ain't got time, but if you're in my town, hey, even if I can't reach out, even if I can't meet up with you, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Gorilla Blue, you're right. Gorilla Blue has always been around Vegas. I know Gorilla Blue has always been the one that I reach out to if I'm close. And you're right, Gorilla Blue, guys do the same stuff as well. So it isn't just a female thing, it's everybody. But you know what? It's makes you feel as a family.
Okay. Hey, folks. I got an infiltrator in right now. I got a superstar in with me. I got a VIP in with me. I got a Harley ambassador in with me, man. Oh
Wow.
my Lord! Somebody turn it off, man. Turn it off, man. We going
What it
home, man. We going
do?
home, man. What's going on with it, GQ?
Ain't too much of nothing. Thank you for the invite.
Oh man, folks. GQ, how you doing, sir?
Hi.
I know you just getting back from Milwaukee. Seen some
Hmm.
of the footage of you guys. Hey, and also congratulations on 75,000 subscribers, man. That
Yes.
is absolutely marvelous.
yes,
Incredible. Keep doing
absolutely.
what you're doing. Keep pushing, my brother. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, because you inspiring
Congratulations.
me to keep pushing on my platform.
That's
Thank
right.
you, thank you, thank you.
That's right. You
Uh
inspire me too. I haven't met you personally, GQ, but I follow you, and you are definitely an inspiration. So I see you. Like, for example, and Kalo, I'm cutting you off again, my bad. But I haven't had a chance to meet GQ yet. But I follow you. So one of your posts you posted, you said you showed a snapshot of the group of people that you had at your first event, right?
Yep.
And then you showed a snapshot of how many you had the second year. And I think it says
Uh-huh.
something about don't worry about what people think or something like that. They're gonna come if you just keep being positive and successful and keep moving and grooving. And I'm doing my own thing with my Sankofa Achievement Center and trying to instill it in our youth. And sometimes I feel like, dang, I only have 4 people that show up to my charity ride. Oh man, but it's not about the numbers, it's about the support. And just keep, and you just, I
Hmm.
just want to tell you real quick that thank you for making me feel like that's okay, girl, you got it, keep doing what you're doing, Remy, because people will come and they will support you. Just keep being positive and keep doing what you're doing. So salute to you for that. Thank you.
I
So G
appreciate that.
So I want to tell you something. There was a guy that came to me in Cincinnati 2 weeks ago when I was up there, and he was so
Uh-huh.
excited to tell me that he was excited to tell me because I had came to your event, right? And he
Uh-huh.
said he wanted to meet you. And he was like, "Oh my God, Lil Mama, you actually met GQ. You went to his event." And he asked me all kinds of questions about you. And like he follows you and everything. And I'm like, just go to his event. It's worth it. So we had a whole entire conversation about you, by the way. So
Good deal. Good
That's
deal.
crazy.
Hey, GQ had put a post in the comment section, and I just wanted to bring him on. You've been following this episode from the rolling credits, GQ. A lot of good information been put out tonight. We've been talking about the brand. You have a brand. You have your brand. Little Mama have a brand. Doc has a brand. I have a brand. Can you just kind of like just elaborate on the importance of the brand and kind of add on to what Little Mama was saying?
Ooh, there's so many ways I can like talk about the importance of having a brand. Um, a lot of people think a brand is just uh a singular just like entity, but the brand, it doesn't have to be something uh tangible per se. The brand is yourself. You are the brand. It starts with you. And so you may not have uh a peace army or like riding with K Solo or any of these other tangible physical things that we can associate ourselves to. But it starts with you. It starts with the person you are and the things that you do and how you carry yourself. And so once you transition into creating your brand, they're not buying into the brand. They're not paying attention to the brand. They don't care about the brand, they care about you. And because they care about you and the things that you care about, then by proxy, they care about the brand. So that's kind of like I guess my first little nugget that I would say, if anybody's like out there trying to like start something or build something, you can't be in, for lack of a better term, like a piece of crap out there to people, and then you come out with something or you start something and then you expect people to, jump on board. No
Mhm.
matter, what type of status that you have, no matter how much money you have, no the notoriety, whether good nor bad, you can't expect people to just jump on board if you're not out there being a genuinely good person and providing
Right,
a good service or energy to others.
Right.
right,
So
right,
like and I think that's something that kind of then carried me like to this point. Like I genuinely care about other people. I genuinely want other people to be better. I would genuinely want people to live their best lives. I genuinely want to give back to my community and look out for others. Um, Open up my house. Whatever the case is, like I'm just a caring individual. And so the things that I'm a part of or the things that I put out, it's easy for people to come on board because they know my heart and they know my
right,
intentions.
right,
And so I
Right.
think that has
right.
carried me so far, So I just appreciate, everybody who has, been a part of what I had going on, whether directly or indirectly or watched the video or laughed at a post or anything, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's not easy. A lot of people will sit up here and they look at, you know, numbers and things like that and they will measure themselves against certain stuff, but it takes time and
Mm-hmm.
it takes a lot of energy that a lot of people don't see behind the scenes. There's nights I'm out here just like people sleep, I'm up working 2 3 in the morning. I gotta get up for work 5:36. I'm still working on
Editing ain't
stuff.
no joke. Editing ain't no
editing,
joke.
No.
emailing. Like
That ain't no
I was
joke.
just about to get back on like editing right now. Like it's a ton of work, and I want people to really like understand. Even you doing your podcast consistently, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work,
Like
Right.
to
brother. A
be
lot of work.
consistent.
Be consistent.
It's and people a lot they see the finished product, they see what's out there, but they don't see all of the effort, the time, the energy, the frustration, the man, I don't want to do this no more. The I'm done with this. They don't see that behind the scenes. They just see what's presented out to them. So salute to you and everybody else who's uh doing this thing because it takes time. Like a
Wait
lot
a
of people
minute. Are
don't
you
understand.
frozen? Are
Like
you
I've
frozen?
been
Oh,
on
I'm about to say, are
YouTube
you
like
frozen, man?
6 years
Because
now.
hold on, Jake, hold on. Are you frozen because you ain't on Android no more? You supposed to be on iPhone, man. Hey, low key, because you know, low key, man. He hit you with that, man. He said you go through Android withdrawals.
Hey, I got a quick question
But
for
yeah, can
Lil
I am I
Mama.
moving
Hold
now?
hold on. Yeah, you good. You good. You good. Hold on. Doc got a question.
What you
Yeah, I
got?
got a quick question. So when you're in the club, GQ, you in the club, and Lil Mama, you've been in the club. I've been in the club before. K Solo, I think you've been in the club before too.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
when you're in the club at the same time as having your own brand and try to establish yourself, how do you separate the two? How do you not intermix the two brands, or do you mix the two brands, or are you acting a certain way up under your brand, and then you acting a certain way up under the club brand? That's my question.
Who wants to
That
take
is
this
an
first?
X. That is a
Ooh, I just spoke on that now. I
Yeah,
that
he
is
just
a
did.
spoke on
So
riding for the brand.
he,
that's a
But
that's a
GQ, you share your perspective on that.
yeah,
that is a excellent question. And full transparency, I always keep it 100% real. Um, I've always purposely tried to keep things separate. Meaning, yes, no matter like being a part of the club, I'm always going to be a part of the club, whether I'm riding with the club or I'm riding without the club. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I'm having my doing my personal thing, the people who know me as being a part of the club, they know I'm still a part of the club. Now, for me, I try not to combine them because it just creates confusion for people who are not who look from uh, a different color lens. You know what I'm saying? Everybody won't see the 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 brand. They would attribute the the club being responsible for the brand. And so you have to be really, really, really diligent with how you present certain things. And sometimes you just gotta like, you know, if it's something you don't know, ask questions. Like, hey, is this cool? Is this not cool? Or whatever. But for me personally, like it took me a long time, probably like 4 years before I even mentioned my club name in a YouTube video or YouTube title. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to keep things super super separate. But it's not easy uh at all to keep it like from uh mingling with each other because some people will know you. I have people who only know me as like the GQ, the leader of the Peace Army, YouTube. Then I have some people who know me as GQ, do that ride with rare breed. You know what I'm saying? And so some people aren't going to understand this side, and some people not going to understand this side. So I try to keep them separate, but your identity is your identity. Like you gonna be who you are. At the end of the day, I'm still GQ. Whether it's I'm representing Peace Army, I'm representing Rare Breed. You know what I'm saying? So even if I'm going to a club event, I have people say, "Hey, leader of the Peace Army." So I'm still synonymous with my brand, and I'll be out doing stuff that's with my personal brand, like Peace Army stuff, or like I'll be at my event and people ask me like, "Hey man, I'm thinking about get down with the club and stuff like that." So you're gonna be you're mixed in it no matter what. But I try not to attribute one to the other and the other to the other.
Mm.
I
Hey,
try to
GQ,
accept.
we're gonna okay. GQ, Doc, Lil Mama, we're gonna stop it right there because guess what? That's a whole nother episode.
It is.
Stay tuned, folks. That's gonna be a whole nother can of worm we're gonna open up. We're gonna dig into it. We're gonna open it up. So you've already been given the nugget. You already know it's coming. I'm gonna bring this panel back on and we're gonna talk about it because that's a whole nother episode within itself. And there's a lot more layers to the onion that goes with that we're going to address. So GQ, Doc Remy, Lil Mama, future episode coming up super fast where we're gonna peel back the layers of the onion.
Yeah, because
Because
definitely, because I've seen where clubs told members they couldn't start something, So we're gonna have to.
He was one of those.
let me where that mute button at? Where that mute button at? Let me
He was like, nope, nope.
look, listen. That is a in all honesty, that is a touchy situation. That is a
It
touchy
is.
topic. It is a
Okay.
touchy topic. And there's a lot of other people that will probably you over the next couple of days, you're gonna start hearing people mention it. It's gonna get a buzz ringing by us just playing this nugget out there because it is a topic of discussion. And
Okay.
It
and
is.
some people and some people, you know, you got to get them ready for it. But
Okay.
listen, GQ, I want to thank you once again. My hat off to you. Salute to you, sir, for reaching that milestone. Continue doing what you're doing, and continue being a positive influence in the motorcycle culture and in the community. I know great things are ahead for you. Continue, just keep going in that direction, my guy. Keep going in that
Hey,
direction.
I appreciate that, man. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, you have been like you laid a lot of groundwork out here. Like, I just jumped out the gate, jumped off the porch, and like you like a mythical legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious. Like, like you see K Solo, like, yeah, man, he be riding in the wilderness and eating like salmon, fresh caught salmon out the water and stuff, and
Right.
doing pull-ups pull-ups on in the hoods and stuff. He like, dang, you meet him, he like, man, cool as a fan. You know what I'm
Who's your
saying? But
fan,
like,
man?
yeah, bro, I try to take what I can from the people who have came before me and and
Inspired you,
and do my own
and
thing
motivated you. Yes, indeed.
and make my own pep. Everybody pep. I can't be K Solo.
Yep.
I can't be K Solo. I can take all of the nuggets that K Solo has dropped over the years and pick it up and then make my own ball. And then okay, now I'm GQ. Now I've dropped nuggets for the next person.
Right.
And then
Absolutely.
somebody has picked that up. Now they didn't picked up something from GQ, K Solo, Reef, Piper, Lil Mama, Doc, or whatever, and then now they creating their own nuggets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But hey, get back to doing what you're doing, sir. I appreciate you. I gotta go ahead and wrap this up because I'm already almost going into get ready to go into 2 hours with little mama. And I told
Love
him I
you,
said
GQ.
I'm only gonna
oh
keep
yeah,
this
too.
90 minutes. We'll talk. We'll talk.
All right.
All right. All right. Take care, sir. Folks, listen, man. Listen. That was totally unscripted. I didn't know where GQ was at. I just reached out to him. I actually reached out to Big Country too because I know Country was a big influence to Little Mama in Phoenix while she was there, supporting her the whole 9 yards. But Little Mama, we're out of Phoenix now. We're hitting Chattanooga. Hitting Chattanooga, we are still supporting the national
Yeah.
motorcycle culture. The national motorcycle culture. We're still going to Oklahoma. We're still going to St. Louis. We're still going to Ohio. We're still going to New York. Because I got a picture of you saying I love New York. So
I did.
really, and you like Sharif. You got great people like Sharif, my brother. That's still supporting you. That's still seeing what you got going on, and we're still motivating you. So how have you seen? Now this is your third set. This is your third bike set. How do you see culminating these sets?
Chattanooga is a very so Cincinnati was my home set.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona really became a family as well. Chattanooga is not has not became home. There's no set here, to be honest
Mm-hmm.
with you. You have Outcasts in Sin City. There's no black set here. Let me say
Mm-hmm.
that.
Okay.
There is some set here, but not necessarily a black set.
Okay.
You do have
I
Outcasts.
say urban. I say urban set. Urban.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
culture.
Okay. But you don't have that. So there is a couple other sets clubs here, but I haven't really got um involved with them. I've seen a few of them, but not too many. So to be honest with you, I haven't I tend to move around anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't really affected me. Regardless of where I live, I always move around anyway.
Yes.
So I travel and go wherever. So it doesn't make a difference if there's
Right.
not a bike night where I live. I
What
travel.
what 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 about getting down to Nashville, to that famous
Yes.
street they got down there? What is that street?
Uh,
Bo-
Bourbon Street,
No,
is
no,
it?
no, not
No, what
Bourbon.
is it?
You talking about Broadway?
Broad.
Yeah,
Is
uh,
it Broadway? No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Talking about down
which
there with the.
whatever that big strip
Where they,
is, I don't know
On
nobody.
Wednesday night where they have that big bike night. Somebody
Oh,
put it in the comment.
you talking about in Memphis?
Yeah, Memphis,
I
Memphis.
Yeah,
Bill,
that's down
there you
Bill
go. There you
Bill
go.
Street.
Beale
Down
Bill
Street.
on
Street.
Bill
There
Street.
you go. Bill
I've
Street.
already been there.
Thank you.
Now,
Okay,
I've
I
already
know
been
you
there.
have. I know you have.
But yeah, but I mean, I've been to those, so it isn't. But that's not like I don't know. I think that's 4 hours. I think it's
Hmm.
4 hours from me or something
Hmm.
like that. But Atlanta's pretty quick for me because it's right here at Chattanooga.
Okay.
So I have been to Atlanta a couple times after work or whatever in the evenings.
Hmm.
Um, so it's not hard for me to get out if I want to go after work and go somewhere. Um, you're showing one of those.
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah.
so
That's that
this
spot
trip,
wallet.
yeah, that was Spotwalla. We was headed up to Maine. That was Maine. We was headed to, but we didn't make Maine. We actually made only up to Massachusetts. We was 90 miles
Hmm.
from Maine is where we got. But the toddler hit a deer hit her, shall I say.
Okay.
So
Okay.
but to be honest with you, the set to me, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm always finding family. I'm always
Hmm.
finding somebody that I know, or if I don't know them, I get to know them.
Right.
So it's just like you, K Solo. You can go anywhere and somebody know you, or you can talk and have a conversation.
Right.
So you can have a conversation with anybody if you want to talk about bikes or riding somewhere, or it's also, and I said this because it's like it's about how you make a person feel and are you welcoming. Logical, before he passed away and we used to hang out, people used to come up or pass me and they'd say hi. And he said, do you even look at people and see if they're breathing before you speak? I'm like, they looked at me, they smiled at me. Like, aren't you supposed to say hi? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Like, I'm I am from Cincinnati, but I do have that Southern thing from my grandmother. I was in
Okay.
Kentucky for a long time. So,
Right.
it's kind of like that Southern hospitality type thing. Like,
And am I jump in there real quick? Because Little Mama, and I hope I'm not putting your business out there that you might not have wanted out there. But when we talk about hospitality, you talk about that you don't really have a set down in Chattanooga like that, right? But
mhm,
when we spoke the other day, you told me that you were registered and was supposed to be going to the Virginia all female ride, but you
yep,
didn't make it because one of the bros went down in your town, and you decided that you needed to reach out because he wasn't from there and you were from there. And Little Mama didn't go on her trip to Virginia because she stayed back to help that fallen rider and reach out to his family and drove and opened up her house for the other bros that came into town, and so I just think you a really dope and cool person for being Little Mama, being who you are.
thank
Oh
you.
my goodness, man.
Thank
That's
you.
that's 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 what's up, man. That's what's up. We're giving you flowers, little mama.
Well,
We,
thank
we
you.
have to do it. We have to do it, little mama. The shenanigans never stop with little mama. The shenanigans never stop, man.
Well, you have to eat
Uh
when you're on the road. You're hungry and you got to get,
Daggone
hey,
licorice. What is licorice? I don't even know what licorice is made of.
oh, I don't, hey, it's good.
I'm a
Hey,
sunflower seed guy myself. I don't even know
hey.
what licorice is made of. It don't have no taste to me. That's why I never got into eating licorice, I guess. Oh
I was
my
hungry. And
goodness.
you know what gas and goes are, right? You better gas and go. I got to
Yeah,
go
gas
right.
to go, man. Gas to go. Hey, JT Thompson says, thanks for rolling with me last week, Moose.
Uh, you solid.
You solid. Yes, yes, yes. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Little mama, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show tonight.
Thank
You
you.
you've been such an inspiration. I know that's one of your highway road dogs right there.
That's the toddler.
Yes, that Tyler right there, man. That's what Tyler. Shout out to her, man. Tyler did me a solid one. She came, I think she came to the ride to eat, man. And she
Yep.
had a bag and she gave me a gift. I felt I didn't even know how to act, man, because I'm very humble with this. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm with the podcast now. I know people are seeing a lot more of me, hearing me talk. There was a point in time where people, like what GQ said, I was a mythical legend. Even Mike Nebo, even Howard with the IBA said, you're almost a mythical legend, where people have heard of you, they know of you, but
Yeah.
have they seen you? You're like a leprechaun. So I'm really opening up doing this podcast. It's showing more of me than what I typically would do, because it's never been about me. It's always been about my ride, my journey, just like what you've been saying tonight, just like what Doc's saying, just like what GQ been saying. So it was never about me. When I was riding for the brand, it was always about the brand. I cringe when people would say my name before the brand. I didn't like that. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's why I always, and it's stuck in my mind, riding for the brand. And I did a post years ago that's still on Facebook about riding for the brand. But thank you, Hustle Man. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. D Bell. Alan Wilson, yay, Little Mama. Good deal, man.
He
Mr.
looks.
Anytime, Mr.
Yes.
Anytime, anywhere. I know he's a part of your daggone pit crew because he loved Little Mama, man.
he
Man, respect. Yes, indeed. Yes,
knows.
indeed. He knows, man. And shout out to him, man. Mr. Anytime, he's been on the podcast. I had some great people come on this show, man. And Doc, we still got to get you up here for your episode. So you might well just go ahead on and you already know we don't need pre-production. I'm just gonna bring you in on a cold mic.
Right. I'm ready for it, K
All
Solo.
right, all right. You know it, you know it. But I just want to say this one last thing before we get ready to shut it down. Folks, I thoroughly enjoyed you coming on, commenting. I truly appreciate you. Without you, there is no Riding with K Solo, the podcast. There is no bringing Little Mama on. There is no bringing Doc on, because it's all about each one teach one, and it's all about giving roses while we are still here, because the shenanigans never stop on the highway with Little Mama. But what happened here, Little Mama?
You know what? That boot came a loose on the top part,
And
and the
not
other
and
one
not just
came
the
on the
toe,
bottom.
not just the toe and the bottom part.
The bottom. And somebody told me I should have duct taped it like I did Diesel's boot from years ago, but I forgot I didn't have no
You
duct
did
tape.
go
So
right.
I end
Man,
up
I would have
buying a
pulled
pair of
into
boots.
I would have pulled into a Love's, a truck stop, got
Got
me
some
some of that
glue.
100 miles an hour with some duct tape and some glue
Hey,
and tape that sucker right back down.
hey, I bought me a pair of boots in New York at the largest Walmart there ever was. It had upstairs and downstairs. There you go.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So we get ready to wrap this show up, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Little Mama, I'm gonna go ahead on. Actually, Doc, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get your final words in. Then I'm gonna jump to you, Little Mama.
All right, everybody, I just want to say stay safe out there, no twos, and keep being the best you, the best version of you. And if you wake up the next morning and feel like you can do better than the day before, then do that. That's all I got.
Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for that.
Yep.
Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. Little Mama.
I just want to say, everyone be safe. Take those pictures. You never know when it's the last. And I love you guys.
Oh man. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Weston. Thank you, Mr. Dennis Joyner. Tina Lightfoot, thank you for your support. Tina Lightfoot, thank you. I definitely want to get you on this podcast, Tina Lightfoot, because you still doing it through all adversities, through good, bad. You still focused and you still driving forward. So my hat off to you. I salute you, Tina Lightfoot. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay, I think Little Mama I think Doc just went off. Okay. And Little Mama just went off. Everybody's went off. I'm up here by myself, folks. But listen, once again, I want to thank you for coming on the podcast tonight. It's been a true honor and pleasure to have you tune in with us. The comments are still coming in. Smitty, thank you. Smitty's been on the show as well. As always, I enjoy watching the podcast. K Solo, the legend. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me that rose while I'm still here to get it. Justice, yes. Show and information. Thank you. Each one teach one is what we do. Yes, indeedy. And make sure you go back and check her episode out. Baby girl, great show. Thank you, everybody. But listen, I can't sit here and keep going with this here, folks. I got to get ready to shut it down because this is probably one of my longest shows that I've done. But without further ado, I'm going to get ready to take it out with my saying, aspire to inspire. And if you do that, you will definitely be legendary. All right, folks, you have a good night.